FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube. I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching. Episode number
13.
5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 9.
Because, we hope it's not that long. Anyway, welcome to our channel. Yeah, usually.
Right.
So, welcome to our channel.
Hi.
And this is a big episode because there's a big payout at the end. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
Anyway, if you haven't found us before, welcome. Thank you to everybody who has faithfully followed us up to this point. You've made it to episode 13.
Thank you.
Which is pretty much week 13, maybe? Basically.
Yeah. Maybe like week 15.
Right.
Because we skipped 2 weeks.
Right. We usually record at the
beginning of the week.
The beginning of the week. We've declared that official. The beginning of the week. And so here we are. We have another set change. Let's start with that. If you haven't seen Stephanie's frame piece, maybe you can talk a little bit about it.
This right here.
Drew.
This is called Wizardly by Fiddlesticks AU. And this was my first kind of big project. It was the third thing I took to the framer, but the first big project that I started. So, yeah, I love it. And we went over to a Stitch Day event thing that we'll talk about in a little bit yesterday, and they have a setup there where they have tables and you can kind of lay out your finishes. And so, because I like to boast, I took this and kitty string over there to show. And yesterday when I came home, I was just like, on the wall. So.
It's going up.
Yeah. So, I mean, it will come down after this episode, but and go back in my room where it belongs. But, yeah, I love it. So it's stitched on 28 count plain, boring white.
Yeah, pretty white.
Or Lugano, whatever.
Yeah, an even.
Even.
Yeah, we had a great day yesterday. We got together with some folks on the west side of town, and it's kind of like 10 to 4, go out for Wendy's halfway through, or brown bag it, whatever you want to do. We saw some old friends, some new friends, made some new friends.
You sound
I think we're pretty, Nicole
that was like
there.
the highlight of my day.
But we're very fortunate, we realize, to live where we live and love cross-stitching because it's a very active community here. And there are several different variations on gatherings and so forth in and around Greater Cincinnati and extended out toward the Dayton area. And
our cross-stitch calendar is
yeah, we're pretty busy. So we had a great day yesterday. Hello to everybody that watches us from that group. And
we walked in and they said, "Oh, look, it's the FlossTube stars."
Yeah.
And I looked around and I said, "Where's Nicole?"
Yeah, and she came later, and it was great to see her and chat with her a little bit. Yeah. We enjoy getting together with everybody, and it was particularly fun yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
So anyway, let's start with whips.
Okay.
And just something before we get started, though. I think this is pretty funny. We got 3 you-know-whats in the video last week.
We did? You didn't even tell me that.
Well, I didn't want to, break down in tears or anything like that.
Right, yeah.
But I thought actually they were merited because some of you who may have watched each individually become possessed with the slow-talking man.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we get ahead of our webcam somehow. I don't know. It just can't handle all the personality, I think.
It's too much.
So it kind of went into some kind of voice, something, road trip or something. I don't know what it was doing. So maybe that's why we got the thumbs down. Or maybe it's the thumbie. The thumbie. The clumsy thumbs. We don't care. But I thought of all the videos we've made up to this point, if we were deserving of thumbs down, that may have been number 12.
Right.
So anyway.
And it was, the funny part was that she had watched it. I was out running errands, doing stuff, living my life, on Monday. And so if you notice, like, our video went up Monday morning, and then I went about my day and left the house, and then she's tried to sneak it from me when we first started, but now I've come to find out that she watches it while I'm gone during the day on Monday. And when I come home, we watch it together.
Right.
And she had told me, she's like, something happens to my voice, and I don't know what's going on. And then, so I pictured in my head.
I think it happened to Stephanie early in the video, and then to me later on in the video.
Other way. Remember when I was talking about the giveaway? It was like,
yeah,
the giveaway.
It was pretty funny,
So,
actually.
yeah, it
We don't
was.
care.
Right. So then when I watched it Monday night, what I had envisioned in my head for it to do was not at all what had actually happened. So I just was
and I'm like, wait for it, here it comes.
Oh my God, I was crying, I was laughing so hard.
Oh my God,
it was hysterical.
We were just hysterically laughing. So we hope you were able to interpret or maybe read lips through all that. But anyway,
did we write down any of the people that we watched this week?
We watched.
We're trying to make a point to do that.
I know. We watched.
I mean, obviously,
it ends with HEV.
Sunshine.
Sunshine Hev. Yeah. And I think maybe her first name is Heather. I think. Just a delight.
Yeah.
So it's Sunshine HEV.
We know within the first 30 seconds.
Oh, we liked her right off.
If we're gonna like them or not. And then welcome back to Andrea in Colorado. We just got done watching her video.
Right.
And then today, because literally every single person we watch recommends Schoolhouse Stitcher, we are going to watch her today. That is on the agenda.
Get ready.
I don't know if she knows that, but we're going to do that.
Yeah, we're going to check her out.
And then also we watched Lily McConnell last night. You made our whole entire day when you sang to us. We appreciate that.
Oh my God.
What was on the stage?
Oh my God. We were just dying.
Oh my gosh, hysterical.
Julie.
I had to pause it.
Yeah.
So, and then we watched Yvonne.
We watched Jay. Jay's doing so great.
We're so glad Jay. So, P.S. Jay, in the thumbnail picture, okay, there's something hanging in the back. It's like a bag. And I was like, oh, get ready, because it was her whip parade video. And I'm like, get ready, she's wearing a witch hat. Not a witch hat.
No, it was just something hanging on the coat rack behind her.
But I was so excited. So wear a witch hat.
She looks great. I know she's got a kind of a, recovery period to get through. And so anyway, best wishes to Jay at Mortuary Stitches.
So yeah.
And we've been trying to,
many people have shouted us out that I feel like it's, even if it's people that we repeat, back and forth, and of course we watched Michelle. Hi, and now we're to the point where I'll pause it and I'll text her and be like, I know you're talking about me. That's what we've been doing in regards to watching FlossTube. So anyway, moving on
to whips, which we've started down before.
Yes.
So if you follow us on Instagram, and if you don't and are on Instagram, I am PG Soap, just the way it sounds, on Instagram, and you are?
SC Schaffner, SCHAFFNER.
Right. So, anyway, we usually post, evening, end of day photos on Instagram that kind of give you kind of a progress report. It helps me, too. It helps me look back and remember what, when I started something and, this, that, and the other. So, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I made substantial strides on my lavender and lace Mother's Tree, which is an older pattern. I think the copyright is 1997. And what it charts is your maternal line in your family tree. So if you were to start from the most recent, it would be this kid, Stephanie, and
Pam,
and then all the way back as far as you can prove. And I started stitching this with Barbara at Keepsakes, our LNS, at the beginning of the summer. She is a one project at a time gal, wanted a summer project, knew I was into genealogy. And so she said, come on, let's do it together. Well, I'm not a one project gal. If you don't know that yet, that's
Go back when we started episode 1.
yeah.
Then
You
we'll
know,
figure it out.
we stopped that whole finish up all your whips business.
Mm-hmm.
No. So obviously I didn't work on it steadily like Barbara did. So she is pretty close to being finished and has kindly decided to wait for me to get down to my daughter's name. She is down to her daughter's name, and we are going to put our last stitches in together. We have a little variance in our design, color-wise, and so forth. But
That's the beauty of her stitch, so.
her suggesting that we stitch it together got me off my fanny and got me stitching it. I've had that pattern in my stash for years.
Right.
So the biggest hurdle to the pattern is the big bushy tree at the top. And really, once you get past that, it's all years and names. So starting with your first ancestor, it would be, for me, it would be 1778. My fourth great-grandmother, Polly Newcomb Cowperthwaite, believe it. And then it has mother of, and then the next line starts with the birth year of her daughter in my line of descent, and ends with either yourself, if you don't have any daughters, or your daughter, or your favorite daughter, if you happen to have more than one, maybe. I don't know. But Barbara and I each have one daughter, and do not plan to have any more. So
Right.
we left extra fabric on the bottom so that if our daughters choose to, they and have daughters of their own, that they would add to the bottom of the list. It's pretty much all in greens. I chose Weeks Juniper, thank you, for my tree and for my years and for my capital letters. And then the lowercase letters in the font, which is quite old-fashioned, are 3051 and 3052. So, like I said, I made substantial progress, and I'll show you that. I should also say, before I show you, perhaps, that back when this pattern came out, a lot of people basically graphed their names, because it has to be customized to your family, on graph paper and pencil, I'm sure. I went ahead, when Barbara and I decided to stitch this together, I went ahead and purchased PC Stitch software off their website, pcstitch.com, and with the help of a stitcher friend in the area who had used it to rechart historic. Sorry, lagging. There we go. Are we back?
Yes.
Okay.
She got me started learning PC Stitch. And so what I ended up doing was charting Barbara's names and then charting my names.
And you're not going to
And this is not copyright because who's going to stitch my name?
So
But
she
this
didn't
is kind of
copyright
the
it.
middle section of my chart for my family. So this is something that has been kind of a stitching goal and a genealogy goal first, of course. But during our stitching day yesterday, I finished up the bottom of the tree's mound, if you will. Sorry, I'm going to do it right eventually. And I used monochromatic 3052, the lighter green, for the words Mother's Tree, because with the juniper, the darker green, and I may have my numbers reversed.
No, that's right.
They got lost. So I just decided to do Mother's Tree monochromatically, and I'm very happy with how it came out.
Now I have a question.
What?
Is it supposed to be apostrophe S?
No.
It's just multiple mothers. It's just plural
Right.
mothers. Okay.
Right. Good question, though.
That's what I thought, but
Yeah.
English
It's not one mother's tree. It's
it's multiple mothers.
a mother's tree. So then what you had to do is you had to center your longest name on the center of the tree, and so that's why I came down from the base of the mound to count over slightly. To start the C in Cowperthwaite, her maiden name was Newcomb, so there's the cum in Newcomb, and, I will work my way back to her birth year, which, like I said, is 1778, and I'm very pleased with it, and I'm happy to have it done. It will be, I'm sure you can appreciate it, will be a family heirloom. And so that's my progress on that major whip.
I mean, we talk about it every week, but that your mother's perfect for that.
Yeah.
Now that I see the tree in its entirety.
If you want to know where I got that, comment below, and I can look it up. I know it was an Etsy shop, but I can't tell you right off the bat. We bought 4 or 5 needle minders from one Etsy shop, and it was. I can look it up in my PayPal account history to see where I got it. So, mother's tree, beautiful. Okay, and let's see.
That's your own way to whip decide.
What have you got for whip, Steph?
Okay, so I've been working on this. Wouldn't life be great? I've read it now twice, so I'm not going to read it again. You can do what I did yesterday in Julie McConnell's video, and you can pause it, and then you can write down or see what it says. That's what I did yesterday.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Hashtag pro tip. I have been but I have been reluctant to post a picture of my progress on Instagram because the words didn't make any sense. So I waited until it made sense. And so this is my progress. So girls didn't cause so much drama, confusing tomorrow, houses, flowers, birds, guns.
Makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, before it just said girls didn't cause confusing tomorrow houses. And
maybe
then
some girls do cause confusing tomorrow
houses. So who knows? I just like to add houses even though it's not a word. But the overdyes are amazing. Like the overdyed on those, I want to be able to see it while I show it to you, but the overdye on those trees is moss, Weeks Dyeworks, I believe. I love it. But the browns, the darker brown in the words is Caterpillar by Classic Colorworks, and the brown in Confusing is Cocoa by Weeks Dyeworks. And my favorite part about this pattern is see that mound of like aquamarine blue underneath the house. Yeah, that was the only DMC. Good call, Ruby Kate. Because if I had to stitch that individually X by X, I would have been salty. So anyway, yeah. So I love this. This is stitched on 32 count Dawn Blush by the Crafty Kitten. Much love to little Miss Sarah Killid. Hi, Sarah. For sending me the fabric. It is going to be tight. Yes, there is over here. But I did the math, so I'm confident in my mathematics, even though I had to use mathematics from 3 other people to confirm. After drama, there is a heart. There's enough room. And I even spoke to Barbara and Lynn. Hi, Lynn. I didn't say hi to you yet. Over at Keepsakes, and I said, is that enough room to frame it? Because I don't want this as a stand-up. I do want to get it framed. And is that enough for them to frame it? And she said, yeah, of course. So, when I want to chicken dinner on that. So that's, I've been working steadily away at that. That's what I stitched on yesterday at Stitch Day. And I find words, unlike Miss Nicole over there at Buckeye Stitcher, she does not like words. Or she said they take her forever, but
stitching words. She likes words.
Right,
she uses them every day.
She's able to speak and read, so that's good. And write, as far as I know. But I don't really know, but I think so. She did go to vet school, so therefore. But anyway, and I digress. That I breeze right through words. So, and when it comes to stitching words, and speaking words too. So, yeah. So this has been fun to kind of see come to life. And I'm over on that right side with the drama, so I'm like, I want to get the heart in soon so I can make sure that it will fit, even though I think it will. Whatever. Anyway, moving on. My 2 other whips this week were 2 new starts. Judge away. I don't care. Haters gonna hate, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't know if she watches Judy. Who? Judy.
Probably not.
Okay, well, if she happens to, Judy, she's a local stitcher friend of ours. Every Friday afternoon, my mom and I, we go over to Keepsakes and we stitch with some girlfriends and just gab and whatever. And Judy is one that is typically there. And I just love her right to pieces. And she said something on this past Friday, and she said, what does it matter how many starts you have? What does it matter how many whatever?
What you're stitching on?
Just, do whatever makes
you happy.
And I love that. AKA, it's also a rationale for me to start new stuff. But it also makes me happy to kit up stuff, and it makes me happy to start things. So I'm going to do that. I showed this the last time. This was a rack. Poinsettia House by Little House Needleworks. There's a whole series of them. There's a Strawberry House or whatever. Just want to note, Poinsettia House for Michelle Garrett. This is already called for. There's a post-it on it, so I don't forget. It's coming to you, girl, when it's done. So I started.
And there's an excuse to start it, so she can get it to Michelle.
Exactly. So I started this the other night. Not very exciting, I know. However, the house has 1 wall and 1 window. So I'm stitching this on 28-count mushroom even weave. It was a package we bought at Joann's. I did make.
It's really pretty though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's using all over dyes except for the window was DMC. But I did make one substitution, which I think is hysterical. If you look at the darker red on the poinsettias, the birds above the house, and then the walls of the house, like the most farthest edges, is supposed to be done in Classic Colorworks Wild Berries. We had every single other color for color except for Wild Berries, and I am using Lancaster Red by Works instead, which is the one that I subbed out of Cal by Bent Creek that is in my pile of clips. I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't use it for Cal because now it's coming in handy. So that's that. And the other whip that I have was also something I got in my haul, so I'm going to wait and talk about that in a minute.
Oh, okay. All right. And new viewers might not know that we are trying to each stitch 2 Christmas ornaments for the tree a month.
Right.
So I believe
the tree meaning the Christmas tree.
The Christmas tree.
Just in case you didn't know.
Right. Not the
like
tree in the backyard.
Not like the tree out front. Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, so that's
been happening.
That's been happening. So she won the win the SAL. Whatever.
She could have totally beat me, but she's nice and she let me win.
So we'll just do mine first because it's still a whip, but
yes,
it'll be finished by the end of August.
Great.
It'll be a good break from maybe all my green. Lizzie Kate, Tiny Tidings 20, XX 20, and there's 6 patterns in that packet, and I'm doing snow. And I got this little guy done the other night on the blue linen white polka dot fabric. I think it's 32, right? And I have the button pack purchased. And
those are not the called for colors, by the way. The red and the greens are not called for colors.
Oh yeah,
Right. The carrot is literally called Carrot from Works. I only know this because I pulled the threads for it. And
nice to have a child slave.
Yes. Okay, don't wear it out. And then it called, I don't know, the white was something different, so we used Snowflake. I thought it was appropriate. And then I don't know, I think that the red is Louisiana hot sauce, and the green is hollyberry, both weeks dye works.
Right.
They're the reds and the greens I used in my Be Naughty pattern by Lizzie Kate. Thought it was appropriate. There we go. We just didn't have the ones.
There's not much left to this. He's holding out his little twig arms, and there's a arching word snow across the top. Put the buttons on, and we're done.
Bing, bang, boom,
So it'll be finished. So that is
Thank you.
where I am on my second August ornament.
Correct.
I think last week I showed my Yuletide greeting from Mosey and Me. That was also out of one of the ornament magazines. So, and Stephanie finished
My second ornament.
her second one for August.
This is out of the 2010, wow, sorry, I just literally couldn't read there for a second. 2010 Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornaments issue. This little bad boy right here. And this is called Candy Cane Reindeer by Serendipity Designs. What is your face? I just feel like you talk like this. Mostly because he's got a mouthful of candy canes. But I don't know, whatever. So I just think that the back stitching of the red like really brings out those candy canes. I love that. So see those French knots? Okay, disclaimer. Those are my first French knots. I just want to show them to you. Those are my first French knots. There we go. The first one, if you are looking at it from left to right, Pam did that one. I watched over her shoulder. I did the other two. I'm a good learner. So, those are my first French knots. Thank you so much, Candy Cane Reindeer. So, and this is just done on a scrap of linen we had. I think it might be 28. But, yeah. So, I win again. I have picked out my shoe for September already, so, but we'll get there when we get there, because it ain't even September yet. So, anywho's, next on the list.
People were very nice to us again.
Again,
And
really nice.
we got a puffy package,
We did.
and
Why are you
we
looking at
had
it like
no
that?
idea what was inside.
Well, this is what happened. So, so Friday, we were going to go over to the shop and have breakfast with Barb and Lynn over at Keepsakes prior to opening. Because we do that. We just imposed ourselves, basically. The mail here comes, give or take, in our neighborhood at like 9:30-ish. Usually late, maybe a little bit later, like between 9:30 and 10:30. So, typically, when I leave for the day, I can grab the mail and then I'll, whatever, either bring it back to the house or then I'll bring it in when I come home, whatever. So we took separate cars to Keepsakes on Friday because I had stuff to do in the afternoon. So, but I left the driveway first, and I stopped, and the mailman was coming down the street on the opposite side. And I got out of the car and I went up to her mom's window and I said, "Can we wait for the mailman, please?" And she said, "No, we'll just get it when we come home." And I was like, "Okay." Well, the mailman knows me because I literally hi. I get way excited about mail. I don't know. Well, when y'all just keep sending me stuff, then I get happy about the little envelopes, whatever. So he was out of his mail truck taking something to our neighbors, and he was like, "Do you want your mail now?" And I went, "Oh, it's lagging." There we go. So right in the middle of my congratulatory yelling. So, ran across the street.
I walked briskly, didn't really run. I don't run. But, he was like, "You got lots of goodies today." And I was like, "Yeah, you knew was the reason that you need to be on mail right now." So, then I hopped over to the car, and just because she said I couldn't wait for the mail, I took it in my car, and we waited till Keepsakes to open it. So, we'll go through all those packages, but the big fluffy package at the bottom of the pile was from Mavis. Mavis from Amarillo, Texas.
She had, and we hope you're okay, Mavis. We really do. We've been watching.
Yeah.
But she had asked for the address. She said she wanted to send us something. And so I don't really even know if I mentioned it to Stephanie.
I don't think so.
So Stephanie, in her mail, except Happy Mail Dance. She was just like, no idea. I didn't know either.
Right. I thought maybe it was fabric or something.
It was thick.
Right.
It was thick.
Yeah. So the funniest part was that, okay, so we've been going through our giveaway stuff, and going through the names of the people where people live, and I don't know a Mavis. I've never met a Mavis, obviously, until now. I mean, I've never met her, but you know what I mean. And we had just put her pin on the map, like the night before, and I was like, what is the odds?
Right.
So she sent us a very nice little cards in the mail, and she's a dog lover. It's cool though. All animals, 4-legged babies are fine with me. And she just likes our channel, and you know, which is very sweet. So what she sent us was, and somebody made a point in another giveaway, or not giveaway, in another rack, that we love the patterns. We love getting the patterns. We love getting anything, really. It's just nice when you get stuff. But project bags, my mom knows how to sew. I do not. But, like, we also aren't really trying to, like, sew. So, there's that. Mavis sent us 4 project bags that she'd made herself. In her card, she said she had extras. Had extras. We will take all your extras anytime. Just saying. I don't know why it's so important that you keep telling them that it's lined, but they are lined.
Well, you have a pretty contrast fabric on the inside.
Precisely.
That's the lining.
Got it.
Clearly, I'm the sewer. She is not.
Right. So what we
Seamstress. Hi, Vanna. Not sewer, because it can also say sewer. Seamstress. Right. That's the way to go.
Right. Let's do this one more time. So, anyway, so there were 4 of them, and then we laid them out on the table at keepsakes, and then Mom said, you pick 2, I'll take 2. So this is the first one. Look at this.
Isn't that pretty? Wow.
Oh, God. And again, lined. So it's a little Velcro, and then this is the corresponding fabric.
She didn't know those are pretty much Steph's colors.
I love this.
Peach and
seafoam green, and this like deep coral color.
Right. She didn't ask
like,
me either.
Like, hi, like, look at that perfection.
Yeah.
Love this. And, like, they're just beautifully put together. So this is the first one.
Isn't that lovely?
I'm already using them, Mavis, just so you know, just saying. And then this is the second one that I got. Pretty. I mean,
isn't that gorgeous?
To make them all, I'll just do this, but to make them all match, like, mine would be all jacked up, like, they'd be like this. They'd be like this. Hi, you can try anything. Like, it would just not be cool. And then this is the pretty orange polka dot lined fabric. Stop. Sorry. But yeah, so these I love. Thank you, Mavis. And these are the 2 that my mom
These are the 2 that I took, Mavis. Look at this pretty, glittery.
I'm super jelly of this.
Silver.
I feel like McKenna would like this.
Oh, yeah. This is sparkly. And the pretty blue.
It's
teal blue and white on the inside.
Lined.
Just lovely.
I wish that you could tell how much it sparkles. But
well,
it
you
does,
can.
You can. Okay.
Yeah, go like that.
Sheen,
yep.
if you will.
Yep. Okay. And the other one I took was this adorable owl pattern. Very springy with owls. And the pretty orange on the inside.
Lined. Check it.
So they're just lovely.
And someone made I think it might have been Jay over at Mortuary Stitches that said yesterday, because she was going through all of her project bags that she had, because she did a whip parade. And although I do like ones with zippers, the Velcro is awesome just because, like what Jay was saying, stuff gets caught in the zippers. I've had that happen. Right. Not to any big loss, but plus I have been using in one of mine an 11 by 11 Q-snap, and it is just a touch too big for the project bag, but that's fine because it just folds right over, even if it's like a little bit too big, so it works.
Yeah, for those of us who keep our projects on Q-snaps,
even though
we really shouldn't.
Part of that is interesting. I didn't know that you weren't supposed to. I mean, whatever.
People do what people do.
Yeah. So
thank you again, Mavis. That was very, very sweet of you, darling, and we hope you are doing
you,
okay with all the horrific storm that is in your area.
Yes, please. We don't, well, I mean, we do want more project guys, but we just want you to continue to stitch and sew and love life and watch our videos. So, okay, so, on to haul. Yeah. So, my first piece of haul, which was part of the mail bundle we got, sorry, dirty mind, the mail bundle that we got, on Friday, was from Stony Creek. So I am doing the Scary Night Halloween series from Stony Creek, Pattern of the Month. This one says trick or treat around the block. Super cute. So there's one more left in this. This is what it looks like. I know that Michelle over Betty City showed this in her latest video too, but great minds think alike, so we're both doing this. This pattern, if you order it in the month that it is released, so this is August, we ordered it in August, so this is free. And however, you do pay the shipping. So to justify the shipping,
there's no pattern should travel alone.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which we like. I ordered this fabric in the PTP Christmas in July sale. I'm very excited for its arrival. Anyway, sorry. So we picked, well, I picked this Country Cottage Needleworks afternoon in New York. I know that you all have seen this before. Whatever, I'm going to show it again. I know that maybe you're out there being like, what the heck is she stitching that for? My best friend of life, Eric, he went to Juilliard in New York City, and I went to the University of Maine, which is give or take about 6 to 8 hours drive right down 95 South, right into Manhattan. And I used to go visit him 2 times a year, maybe. He was a year behind me in high school, so he moved to the East Coast a year after I did. So we always made a point to get together. He came to Maine once or twice. So New York has a special place in my heart. Yeah, even though he's in Washington or something now, and I'm obviously back in Ohio, we had a lot of fun doing New York stuff. So, yeah, so that's why I'm doing this one. And that, I received that on Friday, started on Friday night, because Keepsakes enabled me, and on the picture, this picture right here, does not do this fabric justice, does not do this pattern justice. And it is called to be done on 32 count water lily linen by Witchelt. And just because I opened my big fat mouth at the shop, I said, Barbara, do you happen to have this fabric so I can look at it and see what it is? Because in the picture it looks gray. So that was what I had kind of envisioned stitching it on. It's not gray. It's light green. This way. It looks gray in the picture, I'm noticing now. But anyway, so this is it. I started it. I have a problem, but I'm cool with that problem. So the lighter gray in the Empire State Building is called Seagull by Weeks Fireworks. It's really gray. And the other darker gray is DMC. And yeah, so then I got grayed out and moved over to the flowers. But this fabric is beautiful. If you can't really tell, it's kind of like a very light seafoamy green color. And it is gorgeous. And who knew I'd be stitching everything on 32 count? Who am I? I don't know what's happening. I don't know who I am anymore. It's fine. Whatever. I'm moving up. I'm doing big things, people. So, yeah. So that is my afternoon in New York. Okay. And then another piece of my haul, before Pam goes into hers, is I think like every stitcher gets the Hershey's catalog. I don't know. We hadn't been getting it for a while, and then
did you order? Starts coming again. Who knows?
Right. But
it's like the stitchery thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know what happened. But we got it, and so then of course I looked through it, and I've been eyeballing these ornaments for a while. They're on my wish list on 123, so I bought them. Look how cute they are, though. I mean, stop. Get out of my life with that friggin' polar bear with a friggin' candy cane. Stop. It's a Dimensions kit. It is called Christmas Pals Ornaments. The kit includes everything. I mean, hello. And the felts too. The also needed but not included are your thick craft glue and quilt backing, batting. So we just have to get that. But I'm sorry about the glare. I mean, whatever. But I like the little penguin. I like the polar bear, and I like the little Santa with the cardinal too. So 3 and 3, we split these typically down the middle between the two of us when that happens. So. Yeah, and it comes with white Ada. It's not on perforated paper.
It's full coverage, isn't it? So who cares?
Right. Yeah, no, I'm saying I don't want to do it on perforated paper. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So these will be fun. They're by Deborah Jordan Bryan, a Dimensions kit. Whatever. But they're cute, aren't they? Yeah. So there's that. Before I do my last piece of haul, Pam's gonna do her haul.
Okay, so we watched Bendy Stitchy last night, and Bendy Stitchy was talking about how the Stitch from Stash wagon, not only did she fall off, but, you know,
she got dragged for miles.
She got dragged. Okay.
Then the visual on that, Michelle.
Right. Well, my Stitch from Stash wagon went right off the cliff. Right off. If I end up in the black by the end of 2017, it will be a miracle. A miracle.
Right. That's fine. Do what you love.
The more you go to Stitchy gatherings, the more you watch FlossTube, the more enabled you're going to be, the more good intentions you have, the farther down you're going to fall. That's just the name of this game.
Like yesterday when we watched Julie McConnell's latest video, we have 4 post-it notes of patterns we want.
Yeah.
4.
I mean, a FlossTube by a shop owner. Fatal. So.
And I'm not even doing Stitch from Stash and it's fatal.
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to be, but
how's that working out, Pam?
Not real well.
Yeah.
Bothy threads.
No,
we're not going to talk about bothy threads.
Not yet.
Hold that thought.
I have them in order for a reason, and she doesn't even pay attention. So this
I love this little. Yeah,
this is justified stitching, right? Because you had to get the button pack from Tiny Tidings.
Oh yeah, this was another one where no pattern travels alone. So I had to get that button pack for my little snow guy with his nose in the air. So I added a few things. They need company. Mm-hmm. This is called Winter Cheer, Frosty Mug by Mill Hill, beaded kit.
Debbie Mum, right?
I believe so. Yes. And there are 3 in the series? 4. 4 in the series. I have 2 out of the 4 now. Yep. I also have Warm and Wise, which has a cute little owl on it. But so this is the Winter Cheer series of I think they're mugs. Yeah. For the winter. I just like the color. Get away from the traditional red and green Christmas colors.
You don't see one.
So I got that. Yep. Oh, sorry.
You have a system.
And then under the same, justify the shipping. I got a kit in Bixby. I've never stitched a kit in Bixby before, but
I didn't know they made non-cat patterns.
They've got a wide variety, and I just love this Morning Star Cottage by the sea. It's kind of like a house with a lighthouse built in. Flag at the top.
I love the little star burning thing.
Random star up in the sky. Morning Star Cottage. Kitten Bixby. Just love it. Just love it.
Their shading is amazing. Look at this.
Look at this ridiculous list of DMCs.
It's like a Stony Creek.
Good thing we have a full set. Holy moly. Right. But I love it. I love it. It's got an American flag at the top of the lighthouse.
Which the American flag is in pink, by the way.
Well, it's there.
But I mean, it's because it's shaded.
Yeah, their shading, I think, is the thing that makes them very, very pretty.
Yeah.
So, and then, our last stitchy afternoon or stitch-in or something over at the shop, one of our great local friends, Katie Glass, was talking about this Thea Gouverneur piece called America. Mm-hmm. And I think I had a Thea Gouverneur kit at one time that...
Isn't it the alphabet?
No, it was it was a daisy. It was a peach-colored daisy that never never was going to get stitched by me. So it's been put on a, free to a good home table somewhere. And that's the only Thea Gouverneur I've ever come close to owning, let alone stitching. So around the table came all the cell phones with a picture of this Thea Gouverneur kit. Okay. Now I had fallen behind on my Ginger Gerald videos and did not realize that he was stitching a Thea Gouverneur. My question, because these kits are complete with fabric and fibers, whether the fibers were DMC. I wasn't going to pay top dollar if it was crappy kit floss. So fortunately, I think it was through Michelle or somebody on Mania alerted me to the fact that Gerald was doing one, and sorry. There we go. There we go. Hello. And he graciously took a picture of the sort card inside and verified that on the sort card for the floss, it says that it is DMC. So, hit the PayPal button, and this is what I got. And
What's the
called
actual title of it?
America.
Okay, good.
And sorry for the glare. I'm just going to hold it right there. And I am choosing to do it on the black Ada that is provided. I saw, again, our friend Judy yesterday. She actually is going to do it on white.
No, she's not.
She's not?
She's doing
she's going to replace the Ada.
Yeah.
She's going to replace the Ada.
She's doing like Let Freedom Ring and the early Americans all together, and she wants all of her Americana pieces to be on the same fabric, which is Sandcastle Jobeline. So
I don't know why these lines are appearing. I guess the webcam is focusing on that.
No, there's white lines on the piece of cardboard in the pattern.
Oh. Well, anyway, it's massive. It's massive. It's a lifetime project.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to do it on black. I just think it's very striking on the black. So, send prayers my way.
Please. See?
Oh, I see. Sure. All right. Okay, it's got the Golden Gate. It's got the sequoias. The sequoia tree is at an angle toward Mount Rushmore, the Capitol, the Empire State. There's a NASA,
the Brooklyn Bridge,
rocket,
Empire State Building. Her Empire State Building is a lot more complex than mine.
Yeah. And there's an eagle, and there's a Statue of Liberty, the Statue of Liberty.
Brooklyn Bridge, and the White House.
It's
no, that's the Capitol, not the White House.
Yeah. It's just amazing. It's just amazing.
And there's a brown bear in there.
And I just think it's going to be striking. There's all that wonderful DMC.
Check it out. Okay, so now I have a question. So is this a totally separate piece? Yeah. It's got the 7 Wonders of the World.
Yeah, that's
what this is.
Oh.
Right?
No, it's not 7 Wonders of the World.
Well, it's got... Then what? That's the Chrysler Tower. That's the Empire State Building. It's
another piece. It's got another number.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just confused.
So
I just haven't looked at this up close.
They had somebody told me to look for a black. I was kind of shopping around at the time, and they said look at the lobby of Hobbs, and they do have the white version at Hobby Lobby. But I'm pretty determined I want to do it on black.
Yeah, and it's gonna be beautiful on black. Yes. So she got that.
Yeah.
AKA I'll be stitching that.
No. I might start it today. You never know. Yeah.
So our last piece of haul, right?
Right.
Oh, are you going to talk about that thing over there?
Oh, well, I did pick up this little thing. I think we mentioned before, maybe in one of our early videos, that the Queen City, which is what Cincinnati is, the Queen City Sampler Guild had a member who retired to Florida and after a few years passed away, and she had tremendous cross-stitch stash.
Yeah, it was insane.
Guild members drove to Florida, literally, brought it all back in a truck, and are in the process of selling it to anyone that is interested. They held a sale in May or June. We got
a lot of good
some of the guild members came yesterday to the event we were at yesterday. brought the last couple of boxes. I sent Stephanie over to scout out what may be there, and she brought back a Victoria sampler leaflet containing all the Thea Duke. Is it Thea Duke? Correct me. Sorry.
No idea.
Canadian hearts. One heart for every province.
I love it.
And it's really just precious.
The Nova Scotia one's my favorite.
Of course, my ancestral ties are to Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, and possibly.
Okay.
And so
I mean, they're super quick. I mean, look at the pattern.
They're just really sweet and pretty, and would make a good, small project to
offset
one of the big projects. So we got that for $1.
Here.
Cash on the barrelhead.
Right.
Okay. Now, guess what? We're going to talk about Bothy Thread.
Yes, finally. I know you've been waiting in anticipation. So Bothy Threads is a UK company, yes?
Yes.
And we each have been kind of eyeballing a kit from them. All of their, I mean, I think you can probably get just patterns, but most of their stuff is kits. And we both have been eyeballing something from there, and we decided to do what makes you happy, and we both just got what we wanted.
We've seen a lot of people stitching Bothy Threads patterns on Instagram.
Right. So, it's terrible. This is for you, Michelle. I just want to show the fabric. So, anyway, as you know, Exhibit A, I am a humongous Wizard of Oz fan. So this is, Bothy Threads is a whole series of fairy tale patterns, and this is Wizard of Oz. I love this because it's not like what you would typically imagine a Wizard of Oz pattern to look like. I love it because the characters at the top, like in the book, she rides the lion like that. She doesn't do that obviously in the movie, but these characters, the silhouettes of them are based on the book, and I love that. And I like the details, like down here, the little shoes. The thing that kind of makes me a little bit about it is the castle to me looks like the Cinderella's castle, but I won't get over that. But and then anyway, so this is all silhouettes. Clearly, you can't tell. And all the thread is provided. And then there's 2 little spots of glitter, which in the shoes right here, and then in her little crown and wand. And I just love it. So what's really cool about this, it comes with fabric, and it's a kit. The kits come with everything. That's the kit. So un momento, por favor. Or amigos, I should say. These are all my friends. So this is a good kind of little example of what they kind of do. So there's another little Alice. Michelle, get the Alice. So that's kind of another thing. Well, whatever. I want to show that to them. But anyway, this fabric is cool. So I was under the impression that the whole piece was going to kind of be hand-dyed. That was what I thought it was going to be. Which I'm totally cool with. Like, I love this. Check this out. So it's Ada.
Really kind of stiff Ada, actually.
Right. But I don't know if this is color fast. I have to read the directions to see. But
the center's marked up and down.
Yep.
Across.
There's little arrows here, and then the title at the top, like enough. I'm assuming that's 3 inches, probably, right? Around the edges for framing. So. Yeah, I mean, it's not what I expected. I'm not disappointed at all, of course, but it's just, I mean, I guess it's for consistency's sake. So that way, because if you look at this picture, like the yellow is supposed to be behind Dorothy and the lion and all that, so it's supposed to, I mean, it's the same. There's not enough set space, but this is exactly the same. So it's going to be really fun to stitch, I think, and probably pretty simple. I don't know if this is DMC. Yeah, just a stranded cotton. And then it has silver and red metallic threads, which will probably be switched out with silk on my braid. Just gonna say that now. Anyway, what'd you get from Bossy Threads, Pam?
Well, you know, I like anything nautical, and I think I've been kind of intrigued by this Bossy Threads idea from things I've seen stitched on Instagram from Bossy. So I think we're saying that right. I don't know. Maybe Bossy. Who knows? But so you all know, well, you all don't know, but many of you I'm sure know they have a cut through series where they take like a structure and make a design as if the structure were sliced right through, okay, cut through, like on the idea of a dollhouse, okay. So I went ahead and ordered cut through lighthouse. It's on 16 count Swigert Ada, and in the front you think it was white. It's actually a very pale blue, which I'm pleased with. I'm more pleased with the light blue than I would have been with just plain white. So it's super cute, super cute. Lots of interesting details, and
I love the lady in the cup.
So who knows? The floss is all sorted, so why wouldn't I start that like soon? It's just super cute. Even underground, there's an anchor, and there's gold nuggets that maybe the pirates got or something. I like the little slicker and boots that the Old Salt has hung in his house. Yeah. What else do I like? I like the the little penguin up here. Puffin. Not penguin. Puffin. All the flags going down. It's just adorable. Oh yeah, and the mermaid is taking a bath, a bubble bath, no less.
In the tub.
In the tub.
This is really cute. All the little details.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So it should be.
There's another puffin right there too.
Super fun.
Looks like where's Waldo?
There's a tide chart. And there's oars on the wall. There's a little old-fashioned telephone right there. I just think it'll be super cool. Super cool. And something totally different. So that's our Bossy Thread purchase.
Hey.
Okay. Before we get into the grand finale, shout out to Crazy Cat Creations, Sonia. I did see, again, you know, it's my YouTube account, so I'm supposed to be the monitor, that I believe you left us a message on FlossTube, actually a message for Stephanie regarding cat patterns. We've tried all morning and we can't find that message. So,
if my memory serves me, it was something to the effect of if I had finished any cat patterns that you would like them, I would be more than willing to send you them. The one that I know that I have left for sure is my kitty string. No one's claimed that yet. So if you like that, I would love to send it to you. And I have some other cat patterns in my green box. So I can send those to you too. But if that's not what it was, then correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, we just thought we would just, you know, shout something out to you like this.
Right.
Because, I mean, we could leave a message on your channel, you know, but
we know you watch us. So.
We're not sure where that message got posted, and we've sort of lost it. So, with great apology, if you want to re-message us after this video.
I'll hook you up, girl.
We'll see what we can do. Okay. So here we are at 58 minutes, 53 seconds, and it's time for
giveaway
the big reveal. Okay, just to review, we are now over 1,200 subscribers, but this was our over 1,000 subscriber giveaway contest announced last week on episode 12. And what we asked you to do is to first be a subscriber, to secondly make a comment on episode number 12, and also to say in your comment you are from.
Right. So
The video seems to be lagging, but we're okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so those were the rules, and the giveaway ended officially on,
This morning at midnight.
yes, this morning at midnight.
Correct.
So, at this point, the first thing we want to do is what we've been doing all week is we have been sticking pins. We actually went to Joanne's. Oh, she's been doing the pinning. I've been monitoring the comments. She's been doing the pinning. We ended up getting a second bulletin board rather than flip from back to right for the United States map versus the world map. Wasn't working. Right. Bought a second bulletin board, mounted both maps, bought the long quilty pins with the yellow heads, and started pinning. We've been pinning all week. We've been just very busy pinning.
Yes. Like the other night, Mom, I got done pinning, and she was like, "You can go to bed," and I was like, "Oh, I'm stitching right there."
Yeah, it was not cutting into our stitching time, but it was time consuming.
Right.
But it was so fun.
It was.
It was so fun. I said to Nicole yesterday, because of course she's saying, how you doing with your maps? And I said, we may have to leave early because we got pinning to do.
Oh, please.
Anyway, I said to Nicole, just think about it. First of all, FlossTube is more or less a subgroup of YouTube. Okay. Specialized
niche
videos. Niche, right?
Yes.
And I said to Nicole, we're a little channel. We're a little channel. We just have like 1,200 subscribers.
Compared to like Fauna or McKenna.
And I think,
people,
Stitcherista.
Yeah, exactly. People with crazy amounts of...
Right. And so I said, the lesson or the revelation is that you start putting yourself out there on the World Wide Web. And
your web will go far.
The wide range of places around the globe that took the time to comment on last week's video was astounding. Now, some we knew. Obviously, we have a lot of this video keeps pausing.
It will reset. Just keep talking.
Okay. Anyway, the folks from the UK, the wonderful stitchers in the UK.
We almost needed to buy a separate map of England.
Right.
Because there's no more space left on it.
The wonderful people in Canada, the wonderful people in other European countries, was just unbelievable to us. Right. Just unbelievable to us.
And it was that unbelievable, and then we also realized, I did the math, we had 240 entries, so if you entered, you have 1 in 240 chances of winning. That is 19% of our total subscribers. Now, keep in mind, like my mom reminded me this morning, we might have a lot of people that subscribe, and they also subscribe to a lot of other people. And
they don't keep up with
it. And they don't keep up, which is totally fine. Understandable. Get that. We bought 2 boxes of 500 pins. And we were busy pinning. I was busy pinning. She was busy deciphering. But still, if we had gotten any more, I don't know when I would have slept. I just wouldn't have slept. I don't know. But, so putting the pins in for me was really, really fun. So how it works was that we get, like, every night or something after dinner, she would open her phone, I'd open my phone. I used Evernote to keep track. And so everyone got a number, just like the last time. Everyone's in alphabetical order, just like the last time. And it's their YouTube name and their location. And then what I would do is I would sit my fat booty on the floor with my phone and the list of names and the laptop and on Google Maps. And so many people are so cute. They're like, I don't think the map will have this on it. No, it probably didn't, but Google Maps knows where you were. So then I would look at Google Maps and I would put my pin on the map accordingly to that. So we tried to get as exact as possible, mostly because I have OCD, but whatever. It was just really fun. So some of the random, before we get into drawing, we do want to show the maps, so that's what we're going to do now. But we're going to back up a little bit, because these maps need some room. Alright, so, okay.
One other comment that Stephanie made was, I hope all these people, like, say, in Atlanta, get together and stitch, because
seriously,
you all live pretty close. I think they do. Those are our Southern lady friends, and we love them. But
okay, so help me hold this.
All right, so we want to turn this. Let's go.
Can we get close?
Yeah, that's a real good shot.
Okay, so then we'll scan over. But okay, so no, we did not have. We don't have viewers in every state. We might, but didn't comment. So we're missing like Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska, Julie McConnell, Iowa, Alaska, but we do have just about every other state. We even have Hawaii, yes we do.
Where's Hawaii? Hold on.
Hawaii's over here. We got one.
You got it?
Yep, see it? There it is. So, but this is, I mean, obviously, like you see this big cluster right here, that's obviously Cincinnati. And then all of our yep, see, this.
All the Twin City people.
Twin City, every single viewer that we have from Minnesota lives in Twin Cities. And it was just really, cool to see.
We had a cluster down in Florida, in the North Carolinas.
Yep.
But then we had
in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh yeah, we had some Alabama gals.
And all over, let me go over to West Coast. Yep, so there you are, Michelle. See, we're here. And then see all these like down here. It was just like crazy. So, and then we have 3 stitchers in Arizona, McKenna, and 2 in Tucson, and yeah. So we do have 1 in South Dakota. And for us and our family, we have 4 viewers in Maine.
Women, go this way. Yep, there's our Maine girl.
There's our Mainers.
Geneva and the bunch are way up there.
See ya. We see you.
We see you.
So, this is so cool. So,
Sorry for the glare.
This is our United States map.
Yep, that's just the United States. Wait for it. Okay, this is the world. Okay,
cool.
So let's skip it.
There we go. Okay, so look at you. You see this? There is no more surface area in the United Kingdom.
We got England, Scotland, Ireland, and Northern Ireland.
Yes.
We have Finland.
We have Turkey.
We have Turkey. Did you hear, Stephanie? We have Turkey.
Turkey. Not to eat, the country.
There's all the down under people.
We have 2 in Portugal as well.
Yep.
We have 4 in Australia, 1 in New Zealand. Hi, Yanni.
Let's get the Canadian people.
Other way.
Oh, Yanni. Yep. Yanni down in Mexico.
Yep, right here. Nope, other way. Other way. There we go. So there's Yanni. There you are. You live way the hell down there, girl. Damn. So, and then this way. Yep. And why do you see these pins right here? These are all of our Canadian people. Not all of them, but our Western Province people. Y'all need to get a stitching group together, for real, because you live on top of each other.
Right.
Yeah. And then the red pins on the United States, just in case you're like, what the hell is that? The red pins are for every state that we have represented in the U.S., just for the hell of it. We don't have any in South America. We don't have any in Africa. And
we did not have any Far Eastern people.
Correct. So
we had a Middle Eastern, but we did not have, and we had the Australian and Tasmanian.
Yes, Tasmania.
And New Zealand. Ladies.
Yes.
Did we get a good shot of that?
I think so.
So,
no. You're down there, I promise. No, I'm back.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. We do this for the people. So,
we hope we're giving you a good shot. Everybody said can't wait to see.
Right.
So we hope that.
And we went with different. We even went out and bought different colors of pens and.
Yeah, and nothing worked better than those long yellow quilting pens.
So. I'm going to bring you back in. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, one thing that I wanted to mention too was that, I don't know about you, but a lot of people that I follow on Instagram as stitchers are from Russia, and we don't have a single subscriber that commented from Russia. And we kind of thought that was interesting just because I know how popular it is over there. But then we also got to thinking maybe it has something to do with their internet rules and laws and regulations. And I don't know how that works, but if they don't know what FlossTube is, I hope that someday they find out because they are beautiful stitchers over there for sure. And also, before we do the drawing, we love this very, very much. The naming and pinning stuff. So if you happen to watch this video and you're like, oh dang it, I missed the thing, we would still love to put a pin. We're not taking all the pins out and throwing them away. This is gonna kind of be a running thing. We know that there's still thousands of you out there that watch us that didn't get to comment, and I'm gonna keep my list in my phone so we can keep up. So, and
if you want to find another stitcher that lives near you, hello, we can tell you.
Right. If you're like, yo, I live out in the middle of Arkansas and I need another stitcher, you get covered. So, we'll hook you, we'll have your people call their people, and we can.
Right.
So, alright. So, I just want to show everyone for, regulatory sake, these are all the names. Every single person in there. As I pinned them, I bolded them so that I wouldn't lose track. So, there's that.
So now you want to go through your number.
Correct.
What was your total? What was our total?
So let me go back to 240. 240. So let me show everyone that the last number, Yavan, is 240. Okay.
Because it's alphabetical by name.
Correct.
Or your YouTube name.
Right, whatever. And then, not whatever, but we use your YouTube name.
Right.
And then I have a random number generator app on my phone. Don't yet. Okay, so don't mind my other apps on my phone. Random number generator right there. Yes, that's DMC floss with my background. I know, good job. So, numbers 1 to 240. See that? Okay. And then 11.
11!
So, see that? Number 11? We'll go back to... Okay, number 11 is Annette Navarro from Antioch, California.
Annette!
Number 11, Annette Navarro, Antioch, California.
Congratulations, Annette.
Yay.
We will be in touch with you. What you have won is a $100 $100 shopping spree at our local needlework shop,
yes.
Keepsakes in Sharonville, Ohio. We will ask you for what you would like us to look for or pick up or shop for. We'll ask about your taste, what you love, what you hate. And we will have a ball shopping for you. We'll get your address. We'll send you a wonderful stitchy surprise box. Maybe there'll be some surprises in there.
Maybe.
All worth $100. And we are just so thrilled with how this went.
Yes.
There were some bigger benefits to this than we thought when we decided on this idea.
Yeah.
So,
for sure, yo.
That's going to do it for us. We're a little bit long today because we had so much.
Right.
And Annette Navarro, congratulations. You're our 1,000th subscribers giveaway winner. And if Annette is not watching when she views,
hopefully she's watching when she's viewing.
If you know Annette, you might tell her to watch Pam and Steph
right.
because she's the winner. That's what I know, basically. Got it out.
Anyway, our plans for the week, we're going to stitch.
That's right.
September don't start till Friday, so that's when Ornaments starts, so.
Right.
We'll see you on the flip side, yo.
Absolutely. I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
This is Just Keep Stitching. See you next time.
Bye.